Ever wondered why some people seem to accomplish tasks effortlessly, while others struggle to get things done? It's a question that has puzzled many of us. Why does it seem like some people are just inherently more productive? Are they born with it, or is it something they've learned? Productivity isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about being in tune with your mind and body and reaching a state where you're fully immersed in what you're doing. This elusive state is what psychologists refer to as flow. It's like being in the zone, where you're so engrossed in your task that you lose track of time. You're fully focused, completely engaged, and the work just seems to flow from you. It's a state of peak performance where productivity soars. Intrigued? You should be. Let's dive deeper into this fascinating concept called flow. So, what exactly is this flow we're talking about? Well, imagine you're engrossed in a task, so much so that you lose track of time. You're in this zone where nothing else seems to matter. Your attention is laser-focused, and you're accomplishing things at an incredible pace. It's as if you're riding a wave of productivity and creativity. That, my friends, is the state of flow. The state of flow is a mental state in which a person is fully immersed in an activity. It's a state of heightened focus and immersion in activities such as art, play, work, or sports. You're so absorbed in the task at hand that everything else just fades into the background. Your sense of time distorts, hours feel like minutes, and before you know it, the task is completed. It's like being in a bubble where nothing can distract you. You're not just productive in this state, you're hyper-productive, and it's not just about getting things done, it's about getting them done exceptionally well. The quality of work often dramatically improves when you're in this state. Let's take a moment to appreciate psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who popularized the concept of flow. Csikszentmihalyi described flow as the optimal experience that we feel when we're so engaged in a task that we lose ourselves in it. He suggested that achieving this state of flow can lead to higher levels of satisfaction and happiness. So it's not just about productivity, it's about joy and fulfillment too. When you're in the state of flow, you're not just doing, you're genuinely enjoying what you're doing. You're at one with the task, you're in sync with it, and it's in sync with you. Flow, therefore, seems to be the secret key to unlocking our full potential. It's like having this superpower that allows us to accomplish more, create better, and experience deep satisfaction in what we do. So, how do we tap into this superpower? Well, let's delve deeper into that in our next scene. Now that we know what flow is, why does it matter? Well, the answer to that lies in the myriad benefits that this extraordinary state brings with it. The most notable of these is a dramatic increase in productivity. When you're in the flow, you're not just working, you're working at peak performance. Every action, every decision, every thought comes naturally, creating a seamless and efficient process that gets more done in less time. A study conducted by McKinsey found that professionals in a state of flow are 5 times more productive than their usual selves. Imagine if you could harness this state regularly, you could theoretically do a week's worth of work in a single day. But the benefits of flow go beyond productivity. When you're fully immersed in what you're doing, the quality of your work also improves. You're more focused, more attentive to detail, and more creative. You're not just ticking off tasks on a to-do list. You're creating something that you can be truly proud of. Consider the words of Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, the psychologist who first defined the concept of flow. He said, "The best moments usually occur when a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile." In other words, when you're in the flow, you're not just doing your best work, you're doing work that matters. Flow also has positive effects on our well-being. When you're in the flow, you're fully engaged, completely absorbed in the task at hand. This state of deep focus and engagement can be deeply satisfying, leading to a sense of fulfillment and happiness. The American Psychological Association has even suggested that flow experiences can contribute to reducing stress and enhancing overall life satisfaction. Clearly, achieving a state of flow can have profound effects on our work and our lives. It's not just about getting things done. It's about doing our best work and doing work that truly matters. It's about finding satisfaction, happiness, and fulfillment. So the next time you find yourself in the flow, embrace it. You're not just working. You're creating, you're achieving, you're living. But how exactly does flow boost our productivity? This is a question that has sparked curiosity in many minds. Let's dive into the fascinating world of flow and productivity, Flow is like a secret ingredient that spices up our work life. It's like a magical potion that allows us to focus intensely on tasks at hand. This intense focus is not just about being in the zone for a few minutes or an hour. It's about immersing ourselves so deeply into our work that we lose track of time, space, and even our own self. Imagine being so engrossed in writing a report or crafting a design that you forget about your surroundings, the ticking clock, and the fact that you haven't had lunch yet. That's the power of flow. It eliminates distractions, both internal and external, allowing us to concentrate like never before. Now let's talk about creativity. Flow doesn't just boost our focus, it also enhances our creative abilities. When we're in flow, our mind is like a well-oiled machine, generating ideas and solutions at full speed. It's as if a door to a room full of creativity opens up inside our mind. We start seeing connections and possibilities that we didn't see before. We become more innovative and imaginative, and that leads to better problem solving and decision making. To illustrate this, let's take the example of a musician. When they're in flow, they're not just playing notes, they're creating an emotional experience. They might improvise and come up with a melody that no one has ever heard before. That's the magic of flow. It brings out the best in us. Flow also enhances our efficiency. It's like being on a productivity superhighway where we can accomplish more in less time. We don't just work harder, we work smarter. We find better ways to do things, we make fewer mistakes, and we get better results. Flow is not just about doing more, it's about doing better. It's about achieving excellence. It's about being so good at what we do that we surprise even ourselves. It's no wonder then that when we're in flow, we're at our most productive. So, how can we enter this magical state of flow? A question that's certainly worth pondering. Just as a surfer must master the waves to enjoy a perfect ride, we too need to master certain strategies to surf our own flow state. First, we must choose tasks that are challenging enough to fully engage us. Tasks that are too easy may lead to boredom, while those that are too difficult may cause anxiety. It's about finding that sweet spot, the Goldilocks zone of challenge. This is where we're neither understimulated nor overwhelmed, but just right. Next, consider your environment. A distraction-free zone is key to maintaining a flow state. Imagine trying to solve a complex puzzle while a circus performs around you. It's nearly impossible, right? So, create your own quiet space free from interruptions. This could be a physical space like a study room or a time space like early morning hours when the world is still asleep. Then we need to set clear, attainable goals. A flow state is like a journey, and without a destination, it's easy to get lost. Goals give us a sense of direction and purpose. They provide us with a roadmap, showing us where we need to go and what we need to do to get there. But remember, entering the flow state isn't a one-off event. It's a practice, a skill that we develop over time. Like learning to play a musical instrument or mastering a foreign language, it requires patience, dedication, and persistence. We may stumble, we may fall, but each attempt brings us one step closer to that magical state of flow. The beauty of flow is that it's accessible to everyone. It's not reserved for the elite or the exceptionally talented. It's a state of being that we can all tap into to elevate our performance and enrich our lives. With these strategies in hand, you're well on your way to experiencing the power of flow. So there you have it, the secret to supercharged productivity. We've traveled together through the fascinating world of flow. We've peeled back the layers to understand what this elusive state actually is. A mental zone where we are fully immersed, engaged, and at the peak of our creative powers. We've discussed the numerous benefits that flow brings to the table. It's more than just feeling good about what we're doing. It's about achieving a higher level of performance, boosting our well-being, and enhancing our skills. We've also explored the profound impact flow can have on productivity. It's not about doing more, but about doing better. With flow, we can accomplish tasks with greater efficiency, quality, and satisfaction. And finally, we've given you the keys to unlock this state. By setting clear goals, seeking immediate feedback, and balancing challenges with skills, you can tap into the power of flow. Next time you find yourself struggling with a task, remember the power of flow. It might just be the boost you need to get things done.